What's up, y'all? Welcome back to M0nst3r. I'm your host, S.WigginsTV, aka Wiggins, aka Worldwide Wiggins, man. Y'all done seen the Rollin 20's Blood Santa Claus video, man. I know y'all ain't think I wouldn't go do the other side for my lokes out there. We gon' keep it fair and official, man. We got another good one coming from the Harlem Crips out there on the other side of Jefferson. I got another Hood Legends episode for y'all that's fire. Here we go. Now, in my opinion, the Rollin 30's is probably the most reputable Crip hood in South Central LA. With all due respect to my lokes I'm connected with out there, you know. Matter of fact, my boy I was just telling y'all about in that Santa Claus from Rollin 20 Neighborhood Bloods video, whose name was Joker. Joker told me himself, Rollin 30's is no joke, and they deadly as hell. And that's cause Smigos, and that's why I respect Joker. He kept it 100, you feel me? But yeah, the Rollin 30's, they really get down. They don't play. And also, once again, in my opinion, humbly, in my eyes, they the most hated Crip hood in all of LA by Bloods, because they don't really get along with no domos like that. To my knowledge, they just, you feel me? Just sav. You can't say it's the 60's is most hated by Bloods, because not all Bloods hate 60's based on what I seen in jail and what I heard in the streets. Think about this. I ain't never heard of any Blood saying, hey, I got a homie from 30's. Never. I could be wrong. I am human. Correct me if I'm wrong. But them and the 90's, I would say, is the most hated by all Bloods. They don't tolerate no B's at all. But today we gonna recognize a hood legend from Rollin 30's, who was one of the best hood fighters and a real stepper in the streets of LA. I'm talking about Harlem's finest, Cr4zy Keef. Back in the days, it wasn't only enough to have guts to pull a trigger. Your fighting skills had to be up to par as well. Cr4zy Keef embodied both aspects of cripping, squabbling and putting in work. I heard stories of him knocking out enemies in the county jail all the way to the streets since a youngin'. Legendary author and former A-Tray gangster Crip member Monster Kody wrote about a personal encounter that he had with Cr4zy Keef in his book. He claimed to have pressed Cr4zy Keef after hearing that Keef and other Crips from the Rollin Crip card was plotting on killing him. Kody said that him and one of his homies, whose name shall remain anonymous in this video, caught Cr4zy Keef slipping one night. He said that Keef was going to see a girl or something. He claimed that Keef kind of backed down and denied having any problems with Monster Kody or having any knowledge on plotting on his demise, from what I remember. This particular excerpt from Monster Kody's book received negative feedback from some OGs because they felt like seeing how Monster Kody was an enemy of the gang that Cr4zy Keef was from, Rollin 30's, and he from A-Tray, of course he would try to discredit him. And why would he give him his props? 30's and A-Trays don't really get along like that. But then others say that Monster Kody had no reason to discredit Cr4zy Keef, because in his book, he definitely gave props to the founder of the Rollin 30's, James Miller, aka the Brim Killer. James Miller was another solid LA legend who was credited with being a military-type genius who added an organization to the Crip modules whenever he was locked up. And his structure tactics are still used today in the jail system. Years later, unfortunately, James Miller was found dead in his jail cell in 2006, allegedly. Rest in peace. Now, y'all know me. I'm not gonna confirm nor deny it. I wasn't there. I'm not old enough to even know. And I'm just telling y'all both sides of the situation, and y'all be the judge, and y'all make your own verdict. But allegedly, not Wiggins, it was said by others that Cr4zy Keef really did a thing out there during the 80's or whatever. Allegedly, the LA Brims, Rollin 20's, and any other Bloods in the area that was enemies of him knew his body of work. Some of the younger ones would turn down FaZe with him if they was locked up in the same dorm. And on the streets, he was allegedly known for chipping B-dogs. I ain't gonna say too much. So the ones who wasn't really about gangbanging would avoid him at all costs. He He was a real savage out there. I'm not finna get into details about Cr4zy Keeps passing. I'ma just say rest in peace to him and condolences to his family. Rest in peace to James Miller, the originator of Rollin 30 Harlem Crips, and condolences to his family. And rest in peace to Monster Kody, and condolences to his family. This was just a short one. I wasn't even gonna do nothing today, man. But you know, I got me personally. I love all my Wixers. I try to do something every day because I really rock with y'all. Y'all just keep it locked, man. I got more fire coming out, man. Forgotten Hood's coming up too. Y'all keep it locked, man. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, and donate if you don't mind, man. I'm out of here. Wiggins!